Hello.
Alright, today guys we're going to talk about context clues. Context clues are like hints that you find throughout the story to help you identify the meaning of a word. So it's kind of like you being like a little detective. You come across a word, you don't really know what it means. Sometimes they'll tell you in the story, like in plain sight. You have to pay attention. Sometimes they'll give you a synonym or an antonym. There's different ways that they'll tell you. So we're going to go over how you can find those hints. Okay, we're going to do a video first. After the video, we'll play a little game. And then after the game, we'll do a worksheet. Yes, sir.
I learned about this in second.
In second grade? Okay, then you already know a little bit more than probably the rest of us. So let's start the video first.
I can see it. It is backwards. So.
Alright, let's stop it. Context clues are the in-text hints that good readers use to find the meaning of new words. And that's what I just said. So basically they're little hints, little clues, kind of like you being a detective, and you're looking for those hints in the text to help you find meanings of words that you don't know. Okay, so sometimes the clues are obvious. Like I said, sometimes you're reading and you come across a word and they'll give you the definition right after it. Okay. Sometimes they'll give you a synonym. Sometimes they'll give you a picture. So for definitions, if the definition is in the text, they'll say something like this. See? It says, the girl was glad or happy that she was chosen for the pledge. The word that we're looking at is glad, and they told you that it meant happy. It was right there in plain sight. Yes, sure.
What is this?
It's an iguana. That's what I'm going to
What's
next.
an iguana?
Sometimes they'll use a picture. The iguana climbed across the rock. So if you're reading a book that has pictures, then sometimes they'll put a picture right there. And they use a picture and it has an iguana right next to it. Looks kind of like a
A what?
No, it's like a lizard. To me, that's how I think of iguana.
I got a question. Do they camouflage?
Isn't that starts with a C? Chameleons. Chameleons do that.
Don't they do that too?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's move on. Is there somebody at the remember?
Alright, he's gonna go over some examples and we're gonna look at those with him. Alright, here's our first example.
We're like a parent.
Today, Jordan and Jill were mad at each other. Jordan was so upset at Jill that at lunch they got into a quarrel.
That mean a fight?
Yes, so you already know.
Like an argument?
Yes, Jordan called Jill a meanie, and Jill called Jordan a brat. At the end of the day, they both had to talk to Mr. Pluta about their fight in the cafeteria.
That's the principle.
Yes, y'all already knew.
I knew what it was too, but I didn't just want to.
For those of you who don't know, let's look at this. The words that are in red are the hints that they use to figure out that word meant fight. You're going to stay right here. So look, she said this word meant fight. And the clues were, they said mad right here. They said upset. They said that he called her a meanie. They said that they called Jordan a brat. And then right here, they said fight. So they gave it to you right there. These were all the clues to give you that this meant fight. Yes.
What was the word that they said at first? Quarrel?
Let's see.
It's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Quarrel. It's called
Quarrel.
Yay!
Quarrel. No. Let's listen to the computer say. I think it's quarrel.
Quarrel. Coral. Like a coral reef. Coral or coral? Say it one more time. Coral. Like a coral. It's hard to, it's difficult
It
to
is hard.
say.
It's even hard for me to say, but it's kind of like a bite. Alright, back here.
Yay.
I think that was.
Look at the glue gun with the blue.
Alright, that was the only example. Alright, so next we're gonna do this little game. Everybody has a piece, so we don't do that.
Just get one another my best shirt. Can we cut this?
Well, the teacher last year, because
Alright, we're done with computer intro. You can come sit right here. Oh, don't close my computer. Come sit right here.
if you agreed with what it said, and I don't know if it was in his IEP or maybe it was an email, but like he didn't like
No,
single it out.
she kept it.
If that would cause him anger, like if so, because sometimes with my consult vision, I will pull him out to work on goals, but he didn't. I don't think he really had any
Sit right here.
specific.
Get out of that seat and sit right here.
This is my favorite.
That's not your children. Alright. With this, we're going to read the sentences. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to look for a different word to replace the one that's highlighted. And we're going to look at the clues to decide that. Okay, so number one, the green toad hopped into the pond. The word that we're trying to replace is toad. And the hints they gave us were green, hop, and pond. So which one of these words do you think is going to replace that? Frog. So you'll just put glue on top of the word toad and replace it with frog. Yeah, that one was really easy. Yeah, you can put it right on top of it if you want, or right above it. It's up to you. Yeah.
Which means you need a pass.
All right, number two.
You been in the bathroom all that time?
I learned to write the numeral 8 in math. So the clues that they gave you were 8 in math. So what do you think numeral is? Number.
It's too deep.
It's fine.
Because there's two typical sizes.
The gigantic dinosaur crashed. Your clues were dinosaur and crashed. So what do you think?
This one.
What do you think it is? What is that?
Longer. Wait, no.
Large. Instead of saying gigantic, we can say large.
Making no big issue or and that's what it sounded like in the email, but I was like,
Ready? Number 4. The lion's eyes stared at the hunter.
Look.
That's right. The clues they gave you were eyes, and we know that you look with your eyes.
I can't get my thing.
Number 5. The camper shelter was a tent. So what do we think a shelter is? A home or a house. And the clues they gave you were camper and tent. And we only have one. We only have one word left, so we all know that that's flag. And the sentence was the blue and red flag flew on the pole.
And it literally gave you it.
Yes, it did. We know blue and red was your clue and pole was your clue. So flag, we know that a flag is on a pole, and we know it's blue and red and white.
Good job.
All right. So that was it. The last thing we're going to do.
Where's your thought?
I got it in my hand. Alright, the last thing we're going to do is read a little passage, and then based off of what we read, you guys are going to tell me what you think that word means. Anybody got your name and date?
Troy.
Yep. Name and date. Today is February
16th,
2002.
I'm at 19. I said 8.
ease it for him.
And we're over here still. Everybody got your name and date?
Yeah.
Sam, go ahead and put your name and date.
He could be listening and dragging her leg. I'm good. If you're not good, you're dragging your leg. Like, let me know. But we'll see how it goes with Samar.
Let me see. I was a baby. Where you see that at? Oh.
You guys ready?
Always.
Alright. Alright, so number one. My grandmother gave me my blippus when I was a baby. Everyone in my family has their own blippus. We can hang ours by our stairs at Christmas because we don't have a fireplace. My blippus is a long, red, skinny sock. My sister's is green and short. What do you think blippus is?
Stocking.
Stocking? What do you think blippus is?
Stocking.
What do you think blippus is?
Stocking.
Okay, what clues did you use?
Because it said a red long sock.
It said a red long sock. What else?
And it was saying,
It said it was green and short. Okay.
and because
What did it say that we do with it?
hang it over our
It said that
fireplace.
we hang it over the fireplace. So we know that
Blippus.
blippus is a sock or a stocking.
Stop.
A stocking or a sock. Go ahead and write that. It's right there. What do you think a blippus is?
A stocking.
Stocking or a long sock?
But
It's in the story.
it's as opposed to
Sock. This is my sock.
Alright. We don't have to do the second part because we did that together. You just have to write the answer.
Wait,
Okay, number two. Yeah, we're not going to explain because we did that together. We said what evidence from the story that we used to come up with our answer. Alright, for the second one, it says, when you play in the snow, you should wear gloves, a hat, and a margle. You need the margle to keep your neck warm. I'm lucky because my grandma knitted me a margle for my birthday. It has stripes on it and it's warm. What's a margle?
No, wait,
A
scarf.
scarf. Good job. How do you know it's a scarf?
Because it said it keep you warm and it keep you warm.
And she said
And
it
it's
go around your neck.
colorful.
Good job.
And it needed.
So that's your answer. A scarf.
Scarf. Oh, I see it right here. It's SKINNY. Right?
A scarf? SCARF. Scarf. SCARF.
SCARF.
That's it. Awesome. You guys did a good job. We're done.
Bye.